Why do I keep seeing shit about chicken wings at Taco Bell? That's gross. Stop it. Car trends seem to come and go like come and go, which I still think is the weirdest name for a gas station and makes me slightly uncomfortable every single time I see it. Anyways, car modifications can be weird in the sense that one year a mod can be looked at as dumb or rice and looked down on. And then the next, it's the best thing since sliced cheese. For example, body kits, huge wings, and crazy paint were a super popular trend in the 90s and early 2000s, and well, we all made fun of it. Now look at us. Yeah. Today we're gonna look at some of the trends that are getting more popular moving into 2022, so you don't get left in the dust. But at the end of the day, mod your car how you want to, and you don't need to follow a trend to enjoy your car. Make sure to stick around for the end though, because some of these trends are getting pretty interesting. Wheels, tires, suspension. Fitmentindustries.com. First up on the list, I'm going to talk about one you probably weren't expecting. Lowering springs. So how can this be a trend, you ask? Why would I bring up lowering springs when there is coilovers and air suspension? Well, listen up. As we keep moving into the future, performance cars are coming with electronic adjustable damping. I said electronic weird, we're gonna keep moving. For example, in my 2020 GR Supra, I have it with the click of a button, I go into sport mode and have a slightly stiffer ride. My fiance's Civic Si even has it from the factory. It's becoming more and more popular. With that comes a bunch of electronics hooked up to your factory suspension. If you take coilovers or air ride and slap it in, you either need to deal with your car having a panic attack, or you're gonna have to slap some cancelers in it so that way your dash doesn't look like my Mark IV Jetta's. We'll leave the light on for you. I think that was a like Motel 6 slogan, but it should have been fucking Volkswagens. Anyway, I installed some suspension cancelers in my Supra when I put in my Fortunato 500s, and it was actually really easy. There was no problems with it, and they're actually kind of like hidden and tucked away, but it was an extra $300 that I had to spend in addition to my coilovers. To avoid all that, a lot of people are going with lowering springs on their factory struts to get the height you want, but keep that electronic damping those engineers work so hard for you to have. Now don't freak out for you people that love coilovers and air suspension. Companies are working on making aftermarket struts that can plug into your factory harness, but it's still just a little bit of a ways out. I got to talk to a few companies at SEMA who already had these on some of their cars, so that's pretty neat. But for now though, lowering springs is the most affordable and easy way around this predicament. Next up, we have an interesting one. Period correct builds. If you're like, what the hell does that mean, chubby man? Let me fill you in. Period correct builds are all about keeping the car at its best in its prime. With parts that were manufactured at the same time the car was released, I think the perfect example of this is Brian from Top Rank's Mark IV Supra that we got to check out while we were in Cali land. Tastefully modified, but with super rare parts that are subtle. The car is a walking Greddy factory paired with beautiful Desmond Recamaster wheels that make it look like this car came straight out of a tuner magazine. Just gets me all up. I don't know if we can put that part in, might have to bleep it. This seems to get more and more popular because, well, we like collecting rare shit. Whether it's Pokemon cards or Ganondorf mirrors, we gotta have it. This style can be time consuming. Looking and sourcing the parts will have you pulling your hair out, and it's extremely expensive, but when it's done right, it makes for some of the most jaw-dropping and nostalgic builds out there. I hope to see a lot more of this in 2022. I'm all up. Electric vehicles. There, I said it, all right? Now, obviously these have been out for a minute, but it's getting more and more popular to mod these things. Now I know me, you, car enthusiasts, we don't really want electric vehicles that much. We like exhaust, we like turbos, even the occasional supercharger whine. But hear me out, these EVs be looking kinda good though, like really good. Moving into 2022, I'm expecting to see more of these taken up car show spots or popping up at your local meet. Brands like Airlift make air kits for these, and if you take a look at the Fitment Industries gallery, we have a few of them in here and they look fantastic, all right? It's hard to deny these things are getting fast as and Tesla makes some pretty sharp looking cars. I expect more and more mods to come out for these and more enthusiasts starting to dabble in, you know, plugging in their car instead of filling it up. But hear me say, there is no replacement for those beautiful turbo noises or a VW R32 VR6. I don't think this info is shocking, and you might hear me give a little resistance, but these slammed cars are shockingly good looking. Wow, that was a bit painful. I'm getting some weird looks, but I get why every Tesla has an electricity pun vanity plate. It's too easy. Volkswagen. I'm done. All right, no more puns. Now, finally, Squidward learned this already, but chrome is the future.
Oh, okay, what's going on here? Why is everything chrome?
Now, put down the pitchforks and Molotovs. Chrome deletes, still the move. Gotta delete all the chrome. But chrome wheels are making a huge comeback for 2022. We've already seen these start to get popular again, but I think 2022 is the year that this really blows up and it's coming back. Our signature brand Innovia wheels are even releasing 2 models available in chrome, the Kano and the Treble. There's just something about having a nice, clean, subtle car, then slapping some bright chrome wheels on it that look just right. Now, chrome needs to be done right and tasteful, or it can have the complete opposite effect, and then your car looks bad, then it's not good. Don't be doing that. So let me tell you again, deleting the chrome on your car for the cheap plastics and stuff, muy bueno, muy bueno. Please keep doing that. I even blacked out the badges on my Supra because I just think it looks better. Chrome responsibly. Some bonus mentions I have are VIP cars. When I went to Gatlinburg for Slam Enough, I couldn't believe how many VIP cars I saw. There's something about just having a chandelier hanging from your headliner while your car's dumped on the ground and the frame's kissing the pavement that just gets me all riled up inside. It's dope. And on the other side of that coin, I see more people going for big horsepower numbers. Current cars coming out are making dumb numbers straight out of the gate. We're not playing with 200 cars no more, all right? We've leveled up. They're coming with 300-400 horsepower right out of the gate. Few bolt-on modifications and people are making 400 horsepower and plus all day long. You can get that out of Supras, you can get it out of modern V8s, and even the damn Kia Stingers are making over 400 horse. With that, I hope driver mod is a big focus for these people going fast. Anyways, another thing that's coming up is inventory. It's been a struggle for a minute now. Some brands have it on lock while others are struggling to keep up. We currently have a ton of Michelins, Continentals, BC Racing coilovers, Innovia wheels, and a bunch more. But keep it in the back of your mind when you're doing your build because some parts might take a while to show up. Hell, I ordered a carbon fiber lip kit for my Supra and that took about 3 months to show up. But what do you expect to see in 2022? Comment down below. I'm going to read every single one. I ain't joking. I'm going to do it. I'm going to sit on my computer. I'm going to scroll through and I'm going to like them and I'm going to do stuff like that. Don't forget, if you're building a car, wheels, tires, and suspension over at Fitment Industries.com.